It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Chris Godwin. He's in the top tier of the league, 5th in receiving yards so far this season. It's the Bucs and the Niners, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They're losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And that's the kind of streak you don't see too often in today's NFL since there's so much parity. So the way they've played has been truly remarkable.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
I loved our discussion this week. You know, we had our weekly phone call to talk about our game coming up. And we had to reflect on the fact that he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award last week, yet his team lost. You don't see that very often.
No, I know a lot of people dislike that, but when you look at the numbers across the conference from last week, he was clearly the best. So I say the award goes to him, and it did.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. He was so good, they just couldn't ignore him.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 13 carries, 58 yards.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. From the 38, Lance. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And it's with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Lance. And this will be incomplete. 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Lance. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vita Vea in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Tua. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. On 2nd and 7, Lance. He's got Ayuk once again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. The Niners at 10-4 on the year. And they've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And let's give them a ton of credit because in a league that's built on any given Sunday, any team can win. To run off this kind of a streak, this kind of a number, that's pretty darn impressive.
There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. He was no doubt a key piece to their puzzle in that victory.
And when this offense plays well, you just know he's going to be in the middle of everything, don't you? I mean, defense is going to say, we've got to take this guy away. He doesn't allow himself to be taken away, does he?
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Lance. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Lance now to throw. And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It rolls things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Lance going to throw. Flush to his right. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. But that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a first down. Mix it up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. This is Mixon on the draw. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Complete right side to Otten.
Complete to Otten. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Running left, it's Mixon. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Tua going to throw. He's got Otten. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Complete to Otten. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tua finding Otten once more. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, Tagovailoa looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tua to throw again. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Tua. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 17-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up second and 11 at the 17-yard
To
line.
throw again on second down. Tua. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Drake Jackson collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Here's Jake Camarda now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Dancing away at the 35. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lance on the option left. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's Lance. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll run on the inside handoff. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Lance now on 1st down. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now an option play on 2nd down. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the 1st quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A draw play for Mixon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he is going to have the Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Tua. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Santos now to add the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On the delay, it's Mixon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now Tua. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Inside handoff to Mixon. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to pass. Tua. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle is going to be made at the 49ers 33. Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Tua sets up to pass it toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Drake Jackson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back now comes Tampa Bay. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And this is going to be 49er football. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss on that play. And now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And Lance going to throw. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the shotgun to McCaffrey, able to slither by, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And now they'll throw with Lance. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Throwing now is Lance. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Lance. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On first down, Tagovailoa. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A handoff to Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 and now on first down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Tua now on first down. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Complete to Mike Evans. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
Throwing again on second down. Tua. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Niners are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. With this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Tua going to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
Tagovailoa's pass. Complete to number 43. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 7.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it to Evans on the slant. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. They'll drop the throw. And he floats one there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Over the middle, it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua to Mixon on the check down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive. 2 for 2. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Here's Lance. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 21 yards. And the 49ers first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down at 11. Now Lance. And he's got his man on the out route. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line.
17 yards. First down, San Francisco.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A gain of 2 brings us second and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Carlos Santos runs with a field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mixing up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He completes it to Evans. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
2 to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Niners, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.